All right, welcome to anyone who's joined, and that's nobody at this point. Sharon has joined. Well, if you're watching this, hopefully you can tell me, is the music too loud, or can you hear my voice okay? Hey, Sarah and Kathy, let me know if the volume's okay, because I can turn down the music a little bit if it's too loud. Hi, Mike. Getting ready to check out some really cool new stuff here in Google Earth, but I do want to know that we're okay with volume, because the music seems really loud in my ear, but I want to know that it's balanced okay for you guys and you can hear me. So just tell me one way or the other. You're not going to see me at all. I'm not going to put on see me in my goofy headset or anything like that. There's just no need. You can hear me fine. Good. Volume's great. Hey, Johan. All right, so here's what's happened. When we go to a normal place in Google Earth, let's just, go here, for example. And we can fly around and land on it and do all that kind of stuff. It is a little bit jerkier when I'm broadcasting. But once we get down to this level here, you can see that things are pretty, I always use the term post-apocalyptic. And that's because these are images that are taken from satellite and plane and stuff like that. They look fine from up here, but once you get down on the ground level, they don't look so good. So what I've done is now what they've done is they've added some street level images where available. So I think it's something like 85 countries. Now you can check out if when you get to a place like this. This is Stone Mountain, Georgia, where I grew up, and this is street level in Google Earth VR. Hey, Steve. And so this is what it looks like down here, right? This is the building that's here, and then they actually project the laser show from here or here up on the screen every year. But again, once you get, so if you fly up like this, it's cool. It looks really cool, right? I mean, it's, detailed enough and you can really do some really cool stuff. But again, once you get down on ground level, it looks pretty shaky. So let me get down to the exact location because I went through to demonstrate. Now, some new areas you'll see, this is new. If there is Street View available, a little globe will pop up and you can see that here. And then you just click on it. And now you see the high resolution 360 degree street view image that somebody took. Now I cannot move around in here. There's no flying or anything. And so what I had to do to set up these kind of before and afters was figure out where the street view image was and then land directly there, save those spots so that I can demonstrate this. Let me show you a couple of other places. So who might be able to tell me what this is that I'm looking at? I'm not going to make you guess because there's too much of a delay. Hey, AJ and Dawn. Okay, so we're at the Hollywood Bowl. All right, in Google Earth VR. We can fly out a little bit. We'll see the Hollywood sign way out there. We can go visit it in a moment if you'd like. Okay, so this is, and this is, this is freaking awesome that we can do this. But again, once you get down to ground level, it looks a little goofy. So now we have the 360 degree street view image. Right? And so I can switch back and forth between the two, the actual Google Earth satellite images and then the street view images. Is that clever or what? Come on. That's right, Hollywood Bowl. Now, Dawn, when you comment as me, it makes it look like I don't know what I'm talking about. Because the Bob Doyle Show is asking Hollywood Bowl when I just said I was. Hi, Jerry's page. So let's look at a couple more that I saved. Well, you won't know some of these areas. This is Duluth, Georgia, where I lived for a very long time. And this is actually downtown Duluth, the big intersection where the train tracks go here. I'll fly up a little bit so you can see. It's just a quaint little town. In fact, you can probably see Stone Mountain from here because Duluth, Georgia is fairly close to Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let me go right back down to the actual saved view because I lined it up perfectly. So now I go to the street view image that somebody did. Right now, nice, sharp, high res. It's just like being there, except that I normally never stood in the middle of the street. Now that right there, that huge building there, that's brand new. That's like a parking deck. That was never there. I used to be a personal trainer at a gym that was a big parking lot for, hold on a second. We got to get into, see, that's not even reflected here. So that's where that big, huge parking deck is. So that, this must be a fairly old image. And right over here, oh, memories. That used to be a gym. It's called American Sportsplex, and that's where I was a personal trainer right to the day when I stopped that and started doing Wealth Beyond Reason. So now here's what we can do. We can do like we always do here on these live shows. You can request a location. Now, again, it's 85 countries that have this. I won't be able to go everywhere, and there won't be street views for everything, and not everything will line up precisely. Like, for example, let's see. Already it detects. Watch this sphere right here. I'm going to fly along, and watch as the new street level pictures become available for that area. You can see it changes, right? So it actually here it increments pretty often. So I go right here, and now this is where I am on the street, right in front of the express oil change. I've been on this road countless times. My the veterinarian where we took all our pets was right over there, and all covered by trees here. So anybody have any place that they'd like to go? Now, see, normally, like when I've gone to visit people's homes or whatever, and maybe you don't want to give out specific addresses, and I can get that. But you land down here and it looks like this instead of, instead of like this. So on these main streets, the Google streetcar goes back and forth. So a lot of these addresses are captured like this. So there's probably, if I go along this street like this, we'll probably see the images update a pretty good bit, and they are, right? So if I wanted to see this, there's a good chance, that I will see that exact home in a higher res. Hope these Atlanta businesses appreciate the plug. That's right. Go to Express Oil Change on Buford Highway in Duluth, Georgia, for all your Express Oil Change needs. Bourbon Street, Steve says. Good call. Let's do it. Let's go to the search area, which is here, and we'll just do Bourbon Street. Good call. Boy, this chair. I don't know where I am in my room right now because it's just, All right, so here's Bourbon Street. Look, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just do the Superman fly down, and we can check. See, you can see all those 360 images that are updating as we move along. So here we are here. Let's see how accurate this is. Let's look at that again. Yep, that's definitely the building I'm standing in front of. So let's get it again. Take a look. Steve, I guess you recognize all of this. Johnny White's Pub and Grill. Where's the swamp, Steve? Give me the address for the swamp. Let me find the swamp, or at least direct me there. Vanessa is here and Greg is here. Acropolis, the pyramids. Yes, the pyramids are good because actually, here, let me show you. We'll just pop out there real quick if I can. I think if it takes me forever to find it. We'll just do a search. Let me just do a search for Great Pyramid, see what happens. Great Pyramid in Great Pyramid. All right, so let's go here. And what you'll see in Google Earth is that it's all flat. They don't have... Oh, wait. Probably not in the right... What? Okay, I'm not in the right place. I have it saved somewhere. It's really hard to see from the air because it is flat. They don't have the elevated stuff, and that's why this is really great, having these street level pictures, because now, like places like Stonehenge is another one. I think I have those saved relatively close together here. So it's like Stonehenge. Let's just do that real quick to give you an example. So Stonehenge, this is Stonehenge in Google Earth VR, right? They don't have 3D elevated pictures. There's no plane and satellite imagery. However, we do have some 360 images. They will pop in here. The resolution is, they're just feeding the data down. For some reason, some images take longer to pop in than others, and they have them from several different views. Let me just, since this one's slow to load, let's just kind of move down in here. Here's one. Better. Right? So I can experience, now this is not in 3D, Just so you know, I mean, you wouldn't know that by looking at the 2D anyway, but this is not a three-dimensional image, so I don't get the depth and all of that, but, you know, I do get to see all 360 degrees. Hey, Terry and Ryan, 516 Bourbon Street. Let's go back and see how quickly we can just go from New Orleans to Stonehenge and back again. All right, what did he say? 516 Bourbon Street. Hands are a little shaky. I haven't had that much caffeine today. So here's the thing. Here's the true story on this. This came out yesterday, right before I was to do like a 2-hour training for some of Lynn's folks. You can't imagine how this drove me nuts, knowing that this was here and also knowing that I can't play with it. And then I looked at it later and wanted to do a live, but I was exhausted. Okay, so Steve, you're going to have to help me out here. Is this it? Are we looking at it? Now, Vanessa, this is Google Earth VR, and we are playing with the Street View images that they have added now so that we can, once we're down on ground level, now this is a terrible example because this is a pixelated image and it's taking its time coming in, but now when we're on ground level, we can see higher resolution images. So, hey, Charlotte. So, Steve, direct me. Am I looking in the right direction? Is this it? Is this it? Where is it? Because that picture isn't changing yet. It's modifying. It's probably driving him crazy. You're right there. You're right there. So I'm looking Bayou Burger, Razoo, something Saloon. It's hard for me to read because my eyes are how they are. So I just need to know, do I go forward or do I go backwards? I had it, he said. Okay, but I didn't see it. So hold on. Waiting for the next picture to change. The swamp! Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. I'm going to take a picture of it. Hold on. Just so I can... now, see, this is why I didn't see it. This is it in Google Earth. And this is it in street level. You know that dude right there, Steve? Guy with the hat? This is fun, right? I love this. I wish I could just like fly. Like, for example, when the Google Streetcar, if you've ever played with Street View in Google Earth on just the laptop or on your desktop or on your computer is what I'm trying to say, you know that you can kind of, once you get on street level, you can sort of arrow your way around. In other words, sort of simulate moving down from image to image to image. And it would be great if Google Earth did that here when you have a sequence of images in a row like that. So I could just basically click forward as if I was going to fly, and it would just load the sequence of images. Don't you think that, don't you agree? Now, what, do you expect me to type that, Charlotte? All right, we'll see. Like, again, I don't know if this area, and I'm not about to try to say that, if that area has, oops, wrong button, Street View, we will see. So I'm just going to type SCHWIE. There it is. Didn't have to type the whole thing. Now let's look at this suggested area. Oh boy, I'm up in space here. Oh, nobody got sick there. All right, let's see. First of all, we have to see if we've got 3D elevation at all, which we do, which is very good. Street View unavailable so far. Yeah, so it doesn't look like Street View has shown up here in this little area in Germany yet. I can fly around and see if it picks anything up anywhere. But it doesn't look like it. Any other suggestions? Yeah, street level's great. I like I said, I just wish we could see more. Let's see if I had any others saved that I can show you. Oh, that's right, I moved. I'll tell you what. These are some of the places that I have saved in the past because they have meaning to me, or I think they're cool, or whatever. I don't know. This is Punta Cana, very special to Lynn and I. But again, it's all flat. So when I flew here to try to find the resort we stayed at, which I'm not sure if this is it or not, but it does have street level. So that means I can return to the beaches of Punta Cana. Oh, Lynn will freak. She will freak. She's not here, but she'll freak. And there's nothing more fun than a freaking Lynn. I'm not sure I should have said that out loud. I don't think I communicated what I wanted to there. Anyway, so yeah, these are, Google, these images come from user submissions from people like me who have a 360-degree camera. Clearly, they take their time in popping in sometimes. And then there's the ones that are street level from Google, and those are always high quality. Now, one of my favorite things to do is to fly around the part of the world I live in now and check out like Santa Barbara, Malibu, some of these homes. They're just amazing. And now the thing is, of course, even if we had street level here, I mean, there'd be no reason to have street level in somebody's home. But in neighborhoods like this, sometimes you'll get a street level view, but you can't, you see the gate of their property. Let's go, I'm just seeing a gray screen right here, so I can't do anything at the moment. Something's kind of crashed on me, so let's just see if it pops back in. I don't know what you guys are seeing. No, it would not show anything from Irma. That's way too recent. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I've got an error on my screen. Yeah. Oh, there we go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So I think now here, you can see street level view, but if I go to a street level view in an area like this, I'm basically on the roads, right? And I can see, and these are low res images, some of these neighborhoods, but you can't really see anything here. So it's not like, you can just get in people's backyard or whatever. If I go along here, if I can get to the pyramids, because I know I've got them. Let's see what happens. Let's see how close we can get to the Hollywood sign. What kind of, let's see. This is also one of my favorite places just to fly in general, to get that perspective. So we definitely have a street level view, but it's not going to be where I'm standing. Let's see what I do see. Oh, so way down here. So what I can do, so this is kind of fun. So now I'm going to fly down to that perspective. This is what I was doing before when I try and find. Oh no, I flew to a different perspective. I lost it. I got too many people are taking 360-degree pictures in their yard. Well, actually, that's really cool. You can tell this was done. I know the iPhone app that they used, and they missed that area. Hi, Natty. Let's see. Where else? Oh, I'm stepping all over the cord. I'm getting all twisted up now. Where else? Various areas in Marina Del Rey. Oh, I had this one saved too. So Chicago Cubs Stadium, Wrigley Field, right? And then the street level. That does pop in, yeah, actually. It's your base jumping when I go down the mountainsides. Yeah, I know. I wish. Actually, I don't wish. I don't wish I could do that. That'd be a fun dream to have, that base jumping thing. But you do get to simulate it here in a lot of these areas. Wherever there's a mountain or a tall building. I go to let's see, Hong Kong. Let's see if they got street level. This might be interesting. Yes, there is some street level here. So I'll show you what I mean when we get on top of these buildings. It's all fun and toy-like until we get right down to it. Anyone got height problems? Dun, 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 dun. I'm stepping ever so close. Am I messing with you? Now this looks like a 360 of inside this building. Come on, pop in. Let's get some high res in here. I can't have you looking at that. But yeah, so here we go with the base jump. Although, right now I'm just Supermaning around the town. All right, let's go street level. Oh, I happen to land right in a tunnel. Where is that tunnel? That tunnel's been added. Just trying to see how lined up it might be. I think, was that what that was? Is that building? Yeah. Look at that. I got it lined up. This is so fun. Wow, look, that building wasn't even there when we took this picture. You remember when you and I went out to Hong Kong and took this picture? Point Pleasant, New Jersey Boardwalk. Let's find it. All right, we're on our way. Oh boy, out in space again. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Looks like we got some 3D elevation, I'm sure. Yep. Let's see if there's right here, Street View. Now, wait a second. Is that where we are? Yeah, I guess so. We're exactly there. We just can't see it because we're at street level. Any particular place here, Steve? I can go to the mountain, Sarah, but there won't be street level stuff there probably. Although there might be some 300. I shouldn't say that because there's 360 degree images that people take. So come up with a really cool a mountain destination where you think people would have taken pictures. Joe Leone's, right? Who doesn't love Joe Leone's? Now, I'm of course making that up, but I'm hoping the street level stuff there probably. Although there might be some 300. I shouldn't say that because there's 360 degrees. Hold on a second. Joe Leone's, right? Who doesn't love? Something turned on the audio of my phone, so that was disconcerting. Eiffel Tower, for example. Let's just see. I'm sure there are many, many street level pictures, right? Okay, this was okay, awesome. Yeah, see, there it is. Perfect picture. A little closer. Here we go. Now look at these guys looking right in the camera. So, kind of. I bet you it's like this all the time. Why wouldn't it be, right? Hi, Beth and Ben. Pikes Peak. Let's see if people got pictures of Pikes Peak. Pictures of Pikes Peak. In El Paso. Preposterous. All right. Well, here we are at Pikes Peak. Let's see. We got no... There we go. No, wait. What? Here we go. All right, hope this will pop in because this is a terrible picture. Come on. If there's this one, there's got to be others. Let's see. Let's move around the top here. There we go. Well, that's not the mountaintop. Let's see. Just waiting for it to change. Well, these pictures are loading really slowly, or they're really bad. But I can't imagine they're that bad. But they're there. They are there. So it was a good call. But I see. There's like the parking deck. Go to the parking deck. You get the best picture of all of them, albeit with a lot of cars. But so, anyway, I just wanted to share the technological breakthrough there because I think it's really cool. And it just shows that they're continuing to go in the right direction and continuing to add, more and more detailed images of things so that we can, it'll become more and more immersive. I would love it if eventually, it becomes, or there's an option maybe that as soon as you hit street level, if there's a street level image there, it just automatically pops into it. But, this is nice too. I like the whole globe thing. But yeah, it definitely adds a whole other layer of nuance to the experience when you can, see that level of detail when you get down on the ground, because that was definitely sort of the low point, the sort of like once, this is all very impressive. And then when you get down there and it looks like, it's melting, it's not quite as impressive. So it's nice to have these types of images to fill in those gaps and let you really get the sense of being in that spot instead of just being around an oddly shaped form of that spot. All right. Well, I'm going to head on out. I got to just meander over towards my computer, which apparently is in this direction in the middle of the water. So no fancy goodbye. I'm just going to stop the broadcast, but thanks for hanging out and watching. All I have to do is figure out how to do this. I'm sure it's about clicking something.